RM has decided to take some time off, and fans are worried it's because of his mental health. Bloomberg released a report on BTS's plans, but HYBE quickly denied the claims. J-Hope's latest collaboration has turned sour, as he's now being blamed for the song's failure. And Jungkook has been followed while walking alone on the street. With all these incidents, it feels like only a matter of time before something tragic happens. And when it does, people will ask why no one saw it coming. Watch until the end, because what's happening now matters more than you think. RM has decided to take some time off. RM, the leader of BTS, recently shared a rare and personal look into his life away from the spotlight. On October 26th, he posted a series of photos on Instagram from a peaceful trip to Japan with his family. The pictures showed him spending quiet time in nature, enjoying a calm break far from the stage and cameras that usually surround him. Among the photos, one showed a banner from the Koryo Museum of Art in Kyoto, revealing where he had been. Another captured him standing beside his parents, both smiling warmly. They were dressed casually, creating a simple, down-to-earth image that fans aren't used to seeing. His short caption, "Time flies, ain't it?" hinted at nostalgia, as if he was thinking about how quickly time passes and how precious these family moments have become. People who looked closely noticed something even more personal. In the museum's visitor book, there was a note dated October 24th, signed NJ. The handwriting belonged to RM. He wrote that he had come from Korea to Kyoto, found it pleasant, and thanked the museum for a great visit. It was a simple message, but it revealed the same quiet appreciation for art and culture that has always defined him. This all follows RM opening up about his recent struggles with mental health. When RM finished his military service on June 10th, fans expected a happy reunion, laughter, relief, and excitement about what would come next. He and V had enlisted on the same day and were discharged together. Not long after returning, RM joined V and Jin for a livestream on Weverse. The three chatted easily, joking about how their personalities had changed and sharing funny moments from their service. It was a lighthearted and warm reunion. But after that live stream ended, RM went live again on his own, and the tone changed completely. He began to talk about his experience more honestly, explaining that military life had taken a heavy toll on him both physically and mentally. While others seemed to adjust well, he said that he had struggled deeply. During his service, he developed severe insomnia and at one point went nearly 78 hours without sleep. He described how he would lie awake at night, completely exhausted, listening to the other soldiers snoring or grinding their teeth while he stared at the ceiling, unable to rest no matter how tired he was. As the sleepless nights continued, things got worse. Toward the end of April, he began to fear that he couldn't keep going like that much longer. He reportedly thought that he might collapse if it continued, but he still had to follow the demanding military schedule every day, running on no sleep. RM also said that his insomnia wasn't only caused by the stressful environment of the base. It was also because of what was happening outside, particularly the growing tension and controversies at his agency, HYBE. The company was, and still is, dealing with multiple scandals, including the ADR versus Min Hee-jin conflict, the issues involving New Jeans, and an ongoing investigation into HYBE's founder, Bang PD. Although RM never directly mentioned the company by name, fans immediately noticed the timing and believed that the turmoil at HYBE might have weighed heavily on him even while he was serving. He shared that he began to feel emotionally weak and frustrated with himself for not handling things better. He said he kept questioning why he was struggling so much with something as basic as sleep when he had faced much harder challenges before. He reportedly told himself that he was being too weak, that he had handled bigger problems in the past, so he shouldn't be falling apart now. He tried to push himself to stay positive and return to his old mindset, the confident, fearless Mr. Why Not attitude that once defined him. But he admitted that in the military, keeping that spirit alive was nearly impossible. Eventually, his sleeplessness became so serious that he had to see a professional. He was diagnosed with insomnia and prescribed sleeping pills, which he said he has now been taking for over a year. On the night before his discharge, he said he broke down completely after everyone had gone to bed. Alone in the dark, he cried quietly, trying to comfort himself with the thought that it was finally over, that he had made it through. Many fans praised his honesty and vulnerability, but others were angry, not at him, but at the situation. Some were upset by how tough the conditions in the military sounded, while others blamed HYBE, believing the company's ongoing internal chaos had added to its stress and made things worse. Bloomberg released a report on BTS's plans, but HYBE quickly denied the claims. Global media reports suggest that BTS may be preparing one of the biggest comebacks of their career. According to Bloomberg, the group is planning a massive world tour for next year, one that would follow the release of a brand new album. The report claimed that BTS was preparing around 65 concerts across the globe, with more than 30 of those performances scheduled in the United States. If true, it would make this the group's largest US tour ever, and their first full world tour in 6 years. Bloomberg also reported that the group started working on new music. The news has sparked enormous excitement among fans, who have waited years for BTS to return as a whole. The group's last major tour was supposed to happen in 2020, but it was canceled due to the pandemic. Instead, they held a shorter series of 12 concerts in 4 cities from 2021 to 2022. On social media, many are celebrating the reports, calling it the comeback they've been waiting for. Others, especially Korean fans, have voiced frustration and disappointment, worrying that most of the concerts might take place overseas, leaving fewer chances to see BTS perform in South Korea. Following the media buzz, BTS's agency Big Hit Music released a short statement. The company explained that the schedule and scale of the world tour have not been decided yet, neither confirming nor denying the Bloomberg report. Still, the timing has made many believe that something big is on the horizon. With the members finally back together, a new album reportedly in the works, and global rumors of a 65-show tour, fans around the world are convinced that BTS's long-awaited return is closer than ever. For many, it feels like the countdown to their full reunion has officially begun. J-Hope collaborated with a girl group, and now he's being blamed for the song's poor performance. LE SSERAFIM's newest comeback has turned into one of the most talked-about stories in Korean pop music. The group released their latest single, Spaghetti, featuring BTS's J-Hope, earlier this week. The song itself has split listeners right down the middle. Some fans said they enjoyed how different and playful it sounded, calling it bold and fun compared to typical K-pop songs. Others, however, criticized nearly everything about it: the concept, the production, and especially J-Hope's rap verse. The disagreement has become so intense that many people are now arguing over whether the BTS members' appearance actually helped or hurt the group. On paper, the song's performance tells a confusing story. Spaghetti drew in 2.7 million Spotify streams on its first day, giving LE SSERAFIM their strongest debut ever on the global chart. But when it came to physical sales in Korea, the numbers were far less impressive. The album sold 92,000 copies on its first day, the lowest first-day sales in the group's history, and the song's ranking on Melon, Korea's biggest streaming chart, was much lower than expected. The gap between international success and domestic disappointment quickly sparked debate online. On the Korean community site, Pan, one post criticizing J-Hope went viral. The author claimed that it felt like unpopular J-Hope is dragging LE SSERAFIM down, and argued that his verse took up too much of the track, roughly a full minute out of the 3-minute song, making it harder to enjoy. That same post compared Spaghetti to LE SSERAFIM's earlier single Hot, which achieved stronger US streaming numbers even without a high-profile feature. The writer questioned why J-Hope had been chosen for the collaboration at all, describing his rap and lyrics as awkward and saying a version without him would sound cleaner. They also said they expected the song to benefit from BTS's massive international fan base, but claimed that not even that seemed to happen. Thousands of comments poured in, and the discussion quickly divided into two sides. One group claimed that J-Hope's verse disrupted the song's rhythm. The other side defended him, arguing that without his name attached, the track might have performed even worse. Many said that blaming J-Hope for the results was unfair, pointing out that the song's mixed reception had more to do with its unusual style than any single artist's contribution. In just a few days, Spaghetti has gone from a high-profile collaboration to one of the most polarizing comebacks of the year. The numbers tell two completely different stories: a record-breaking debut on global streaming platforms, and a surprising drop in physical sales at home. Neither LE SSERAFIM nor HYBE has commented on the backlash, but the debate over J-Hope's role shows no sign of slowing down. RM is going to address world leaders. RM is about to make history. Later this month, he will become the first K-pop artist ever invited to deliver a keynote speech at the APEC CEO Summit, one of the most prestigious international business events in the world. The announcement came on October 27th, confirming that RM will take the stage on October 29th in South Korea. The APEC CEO Summit, short for Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit, is a major gathering where top CEOs, policymakers, and economists from across the Asia-Pacific region come together to discuss ideas that shape the global economy. Every year, the summit focuses on finding ways to encourage growth and cooperation between nations. The theme for 2025, Bridge, Business and Beyond, centers on how leaders can connect the present to the future through innovation and sustainability in a world that's changing faster than ever. RM's appearance at the event marks a turning point not only for his career, but also for the K-pop industry. No Korean pop artist has ever stood on this kind of stage, one usually reserved for presidents, major CEOs, and world leaders. His invitation shows how much influence he has built over the years, extending far beyond music. Organizers of the summit said that each keynote speaker is expected to share ideas that inspire sustainable development, strong leadership, and international cooperation. While RM's exact speech topic hasn't been announced, many expect it to reflect the same intelligence and empathy he's shown throughout his career. Known for his thoughtful way of expressing himself and his deep interest in culture and art, fans believe he will speak about how creativity and leadership can work together to create a more connected and forward-looking world. Once the news broke, social media exploded with excitement. Fans celebrated his achievement, calling it a historic moment, not just for RM, but for BTS and all of K-pop. Online, phrases like Namjoon paved the way and BTS paved the way began trending as fans expressed pride in seeing one of their idols step into a global leadership role. Many said they felt proud that RM would be representing both BTS and South Korea at an international summit attended by some of the most influential figures in business and economics. Others pointed out that his invitation proved how much K-pop has evolved, from being seen as just entertainment to becoming part of a larger cultural and economic conversation. V personally handed flowers to fans. BTS member V made a powerful impression in Los Angeles on October 26th when he attended Vogue World 2025. Hollywood, one of the biggest events in the fashion calendar. Hosted by Vogue, the annual show brought together major names from film, fashion, and entertainment. This year's theme, Fashion and Film, celebrated the long connection between the two worlds, honoring some of the most influential figures in movie history and highlighting how cinema continues to inspire designers today. V, representing South Korea, took his place among the event's most prominent guests. Inside the venue, V was seated among a lineup of world-famous figures. He sat between Cynthia Erivo and Dakota Johnson. However, the moment that truly captured people's hearts happened after the show ended. As V left the venue, fans who had been waiting outside caught sight of him holding a bouquet of yellow flowers. Smiling warmly, he approached the crowd and handed the bouquet to one lucky fan. The unexpected gesture sent the crowd into excitement, and videos of the moment spread online within minutes. Fans described the scene as heartwarming, saying that his gesture reflected the same sincerity and humility he's always shown. Many commented that V's behavior reminded them of why he's loved around the world, not only for his looks and talent, but for his kindness and genuine appreciation of his fans. Some called him a true gentleman, saying that moments like these prove that fame hasn't changed his character. Jungkook has been followed while walking alone on the street. With all these incidents, it feels like only a matter of time before something tragic happens, and then people will ask why no one saw it coming. On October 25th, photos and videos of BTS's Jungkook walking near the Hybe building in Seoul began spreading online, and within hours, they sparked a storm of anger from fans. The clips showed Jungkook dressed in a relaxed all-black outfit. With his headphones in and phone in hand, he looked like anyone else out for a walk, unaware that someone nearby was filming him. The images had been taken without his knowledge, and once they hit social media, fans were furious. Many condemned those who recorded or shared the clips, calling it an invasion of his personal life. Some reminded others that Jungkook has struggled with anxiety in the past and has repeatedly asked to be left alone when he's off duty. Others said that sharing such content only encourages stalker-like behavior, known in K-pop culture as saseong activity. and that fans should take more responsibility in protecting their idol's privacy instead of violating it. As online discussions grew, many fans pointed out that this wasn't an isolated case. Jungkook has faced years of invasions of privacy, ranging from strangers showing up at his home to being followed in public. Several users on fan platforms said they were tired of seeing the same pattern repeat. Every time Jungkook steps outside, someone secretly films him. One of the most serious incidents happened just weeks before the new footage appeared. On August 30th, 2025, a woman in her 40s tried to break into Jungkook's apartment in Yongsan late at night, claiming she was his friend. Surveillance cameras caught her entering the building, and police arrived quickly to detain her. Jungkook later spoke about the incident during his birthday livestream on September 1st, asking fans directly not to come to his home. He explained that his apartment complex was covered by CCTV and warned that anyone trying to trespass would likely end up dealing with the police. That incident wasn't the first. On June 11th, the day Jungkook was discharged from the military, another woman, this time in her 30s, tried to enter his house by pressing the digital lock on his door. She told police she just wanted to see him, but the case was serious enough to be passed on to prosecutors. Even public places haven't been safe for him. On May 24th, unauthorized photos taken of Jungkook at Gimpo Airport began circulating online, once again sparking backlash. And during his Weverse live broadcast on December 18, 2024, while still serving in the military, he had already warned fans not to send packages or visit his home or base. He said that although he appreciated the love, there were limits, and that he needed some peace and privacy like anyone else. The problem goes back even further. Before his enlistment in 2023, Jungkook's home address had been leaked online. While BTS was in Las Vegas for their world tour, he received constant phone calls to the hotel phone in his room. Around the same time, strangers started sending food deliveries to his house without permission. He publicly asked fans to stop, explaining that while he was grateful for the care, it made him uncomfortable and anxious. The new street videos have once again reignited the question of where admiration ends and intrusion begins. Many fans said it was heartbreaking to see that even now, Jungkook can't walk freely without being watched. Others used the incident to remind fellow fans that respecting his personal boundaries is part of truly supporting him. Neither Hybe nor Jungkook has commented on the recent videos, but the reaction from fans makes it clear how serious they are about protecting him. They've begun organizing posts, reporting accounts, and spreading messages asking people to delete the footage. Even as Jungkook tries to live an ordinary life outside of his work, these repeated invasions show how difficult that can be in the digital age. Every step, every moment can be captured and shared instantly.